Hey guys, welcome back. It is the 28th of April 2025. Let's talk about it. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment if you want to see me making 600 today in 7 years. And I'm gonna do some React live streaming. It's gonna be real exercises, interview prepping. So if you're interested in that, make sure to subscribe. All right, let's get into the announcements. Soon I will go on a holiday. That's not gonna be upcoming week, but a week after. We're gonna work on some marketing on the side and some other stuff. So yeah, now you know that, and let's get actually into the video. So today we have been working on repeating what we did yesterday and the day before. I always say practice make perfect, and especially when it comes to code, there's a certain lie that people say, oh, you do need to remember code. I'm gonna tell you, you need to practice, and then eventually you need to remember. Learning how to learn is also a powerful tool, and one of the things is actually memorization. Memorization is part of learning. So people that are saying like, oh no, you shouldn't learn to remember code, this is total nonsense. You can absolutely remember to see certain codes a lot of times. All right, so in the next part, we are going to work on the next React exercises. I think it's going to be field input form and advanced fetching. So yeah, if you're interested in that, then you can see it in a couple of minutes. So one of the things that I've been thinking about and I wanted to talk about is salaries in my country. So as you all know, I live in the west of Europe, and one of those countries has a real high tax, and those high tax is absolutely atrocious. So let me talk about it. So the median income before tax is, I think, probably around 3,500, and you will be left with 2,800 euros. So if you don't know what that is, it's around 2,700 between $900. So let me actually talk about dollar because people understand this more. But you would think like, oh, if you earn significantly more, then you also have more left, more money left. Well, that is not necessarily true because we have an extreme progressive tax system. So let me give you another example. Let's assume you are earning $4,200. Well, what you will have been left with will be $3,200, which means you will be paying 12K in taxes all the year, and that is the minimum that is taxable. And when that is taxed, then there's other things that's going to be taxed as well. It's a very complicated system. But let's go higher up. Let's assume you earn 10K, which is not even possible, which I will mention soon. If you earn 10K as a developer in my country, you will be left with $5,800 after tax. I was going to say it again. You earn 10K as a developer in my country. You will be left with $5,800. So then again, $4,200 is taxed. So which is approximately 50%. And let's be honest here. My goal is to make 600 in 7 years. So that's around 18K. If I'm gonna earn 18K here, I will be left with maybe 8K, something like that. $10,000 will be taxed. Now, if I'm gonna compare it to certain countries and certain tax brackets, I will always lag behind. And even worse, when expats come here, and let's assume they earn 10K, just like I'm the citizen here, I earn 10K, and they also are expat here, they earn 10K, I will be left with, like I said, 5,200 maybe, or 5,000 like 800, whatever, so somewhere between that. But the expats will have somewhere around 7,600, 700 left. So not only if an expat comes here is ahead of me, I'm also lagging behind compared to in most countries in the world earning the same amount of money. Now, of course, there are some tax reductions and there's certain benefits, but mostly with the salary of 10K, you can still not buy a home. Let, let that sink down. In 2025, with 10K, you cannot buy a home if you don't have cash behind. But if you are going to buy a home, you also need cash flow. And the cash flow is usually between 8 and 9K. So if you have money already behind and you want to buy a home, then yeah, it's possible. So why do I mention this in this story? I cannot rely on my own government, which is many governments in the world. Like, I'm not bashing you, right? Your government also has other problems going on. But here specifically, they don't want you to earn a certain amount. And that is very clear. I don't like that. So one of the things that you could do is like, okay, you start a business and you start, earning stuff and those kinds of stuff, and then it will happen, right? Well, there's a problem. First of all, like I should have mentioned before, it's basically impossible unless you work for an American company, and even then, it is impossible to earn 10K as a developer working at a job. There might be 0.1% doing that, but I'm not going for that. That being said, there's a certain group or a certain salary range that you have to adhere to. There's a certain I'm not saying law, but it's like a scaling. You have to be subscribed to a certain scaling profile, and it's with certain jobs. It's with office jobs. It is with certain jobs in certain industries. Not all jobs have this, but most of them have in my country. That basically means even if they want you to pay more than a certain amount, that company will lose out a lot of benefits as well. And they basically cannot pay you. They cannot pay you that amount because of my country. They want to might pay you more so they can make more, but that doesn't happen that way. It's a very complex system. So just because I'm entering the job field right now does not mean I'm going to stay in a job field. I want to make that very clear. I have little interest in staying between the salary range of 7K. I do not care. I will sleep. Now, some people, it's the dream, right? Like, I totally understand. Like, let me not bash you. I have different dreams. This channel is making 607 years. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Like, I should stop programming immediately if that was the case. So one of the ways that I can get out of that is working for an American company, but even American companies here probably not going to pay that. So what can you do? Well, the second thing that you can do is work in Switzerland. So in Switzerland, which is EU, you can kind of get over that. You can get a certain amount, but then you have the real tech bros, right? And that's still a job, and I'm not interested in this kind of job. So the next thing I need to do, I need to make a business. But my country is, I wouldn't say against businesses, but they have such a rule that it's not fun to have a business here. And I just want to mention that, I get it out of my system, and that you guys are also aware that sometimes I act away like I am ungrateful. I am not ungrateful. It's just they want to plateau me, and I don't take that. I learn skills to earn the amount that I want. I don't earn skills and make the amount that they want, you know? So yeah, there's that. So I'm gonna round this video off. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment if you want to see me make it 600 AS 7 years. And I will see you into the next one.